Hi, everyone. Welcome to the info session for urban sustainability in Paris. Um, my name's Irene. I work at the global office here at Rice, and I coordinate all the student programs in Paris along with the rest of my team who are based in Paris, so they can't be on this info session right now. Um, and I'm the global program specialist. So I'll be helping you with any pre-departure information or application information, which is what we're doing now. And then I'm going to pass it on to Professor Gunnell to just introduce herself, and then we'll start the presentation. Guksha, can you introduce yourself?
Sure. Hi, Abigail and Claudia. I'm an associate professor of anthropology, and I've been at Rice now for 5 years. And my research looks at how cities transform in the face of climate change and energy-related challenges. And so this course overlaps directly with the center of my central research interests. And I'm looking forward to meeting you all.
Yeah. And if you guys would like, we would love to see your faces. If you want to share your video, that always makes it more fun for us to be able to see who we're talking to. But I'm going to go ahead and share my screen to start the presentation. If you have questions, feel free to put it in the chat, and we'll get to it at the end of the presentation. We'll have a Q&A session. Okay. So again, this is the info session for urban sustainability. This is for what we're calling Paris Session 2. So it's from May 13th through the 31st. Those are set dates. So if this is the course time for this. As far as the course specific details, it is a 3-credit hour course. Again, Dr. Gunnell is the instructor. There isn't prerequisites for this, I believe, right, Dr. Gunnell? So it's just open to any Rice undergraduate student. And it would be, I'm going to pass it on to Dr. Gunnell to talk a little bit more about the course. So take it away.
So the class is quite interdisciplinary. It's going to draw on literature on architecture, history, anthropology, and science and technology studies. What we're going to do is, I'm sorry about my talk, what we're going to do is to concentrate on specific sites within Paris. So some of these spaces are parks or housing projects or transit stations or other kinds of infrastructure, and look at how those spaces have been discussed in the literature and how they've been sort of thought about in relationship to urban sustainability. So these projects are from different eras. So some of them are going to be from mid-20th century, others are going to be more contemporary. And so I think looking at a variety of cases will also allow us to historicize how urban sustainability has been conceived and defined throughout sort of different periods, so that we can historicize some of the conversations that we're seeing now in relationship to climate change. So that's the very rough outline of the course. So again, because we're going to Paris for this class, we want to take advantage of the fact that we're somewhere else and concentrate very much on sort of excursions and structure our debates on sort of excursions coupled with readings, so that we can have a more enriching conversation.
So now we're going to talk about the program itself. Again, the dates are May 13th through the 31st. So those are set dates. And the way that programs work is that each residence, the students can move in the day before the program starts, and they have to move out the day after. However, you can arrive in Paris earlier or later. Just note that the residents themselves are only set for that time period, for that 3-week time period. the location will be at Rice Global Paris Center. And also, you know, the classes themselves, like Dr. Gunnell said, they'll be in the center, but you'll also have excursions to do with the class. Again, any Rice undergraduate can apply. There's no prerequisites. The total cost is $1,200 per credit hour for tuition, and this is a 3 credit hour course, so it's $3,600 for tuition. The travel to Paris, you have to pay for your own ticket, which can be from $1,000 to $2,500 plus your living expenses for 3 weeks. The program will cover housing for all 3 weeks, local travel, you know, getting to and from the center, any course set travel, any course set excursions or tickets, and then we'll provide 3 group meals and travel insurance. What's not covered again is that airfare, any passport or visa fees if they're needed, right to and from the airport, and anything that's not course specific excursions, your phone plans, incidentals, and most meals. Financial aid is available for these summer courses, but they are specific, so it depends on if you use financial aid for summer courses before. The financial aid office works with us to determine what financial aid you have available if you do qualify for aid. So if you get accepted into the course, we work with them directly to see what you have available, and then we let you know in your acceptance letter so that you know what you're getting going into it. We also, our office, Rice Global itself, does provide tuition and travel assistance. So in the application itself, there's a section asking about if you need additional tuition assistance or if you need travel assistance, just indicate that you do. And again, if you're accepted, that's part of what we help you figure out what kind of aid we can provide along working with the financial aid office. And we'll indicate that when you get the, like, if you're admitted to the course, that's going to be in your admissions letter. Student housing. So there we have 3 different residences in Paris for students to stay at. So they're all, each private residence has individually fully furnished apartments. So there are these big residences with apartments, obviously, and then each apartment has their own full bathroom with a shower, like the own kitchen area. So there's a little stove, a fridge, a microwave, and we provide plates and utensils. You have your own table or desk with a chair and your bed with linen and pillows, and we also provide towels. There's a shared washer and dryer in the building, and then there's a private courtyard or a garden space in all residences, and they're solely for Rice students, so it's not like you're sharing it with other random people. There's going to be an RA on site, and they're located in the 13th arrondissement. And this is kind of just a quick, just to show you guys what the classroom commute would look like from the housing. Since all 3 housing residences are located in the 13th arrondissement, and then the Rice Global Paris Center itself is located on the 4th. It's about approximately 30-minute journey, but that includes like walking to the metro, taking the metro. It's a straight metro ride with one of the lines, one of the metro lines, and then, you know, getting off and walking to the center. Sometimes these estimates are a little bit longer than what they actually are. Just depends on how quickly you walk. But I actually stayed at one of the residences, and it's a really easy commute, and it was really fast. And then you're staying at a really lovely and safe neighborhood. These are some pictures of the neighborhood street. There's a lot of street art, and it's really quiet and safe. And as you can see, it's located on the 13th. And then the Rice Global Paris Center is here on the 4th. So not too far from each other. And then this is just some pictures of the Rice Global Paris Center where you'll be taking, well, you'll be doing your classroom time. We have classrooms. There's an outdoor courtyard where you can go if you're going to do a lunch or something like that out there. But again, the way the course is set up is you'll be doing classroom time and also excursions depending on what you're studying. So it'll be a fun way to get out into the city, but this location is super historic and really nice. So it's a great place to go into. And then lastly, how to apply. This is the QR code to our landing page, but I will show you guys the actual landing page, which is this one right here. But just so you all know, the deadline to apply is January 26th. Then acceptance to the course, like students will be notified around February 5th of that week. You know, if there's any question, you'll have time to decide whether you'll be taking this course. But that's the timeline for it. And then so this is our landing page that I just showed you the QR code. So you'll just want to scroll down and find the course that you're going to take. So this one would be Urban Sustainability. And then you click on it and it'll take you to the actual web page for the course. And it has, if you have questions, you can request information and this will send an email to me directly. Or if you want to just go ahead and apply, you can click apply now and it'll take you to the application page. Again, like I said, if you are interested in financial assistance, just go ahead and write here that you need it. And then if you want to explain further, there's comments and questions. There is, if you do get accepted, there is $100 application fee, which goes towards your like travel costs. But if this is something that you can't afford, please go ahead and just write here on the comments that you may need just the fee to be waived, and then we can work with you. We can just assess that on a case-by-case basis. And then again, if there's any questions, just feel free to send an email, and I'm happy to answer. But that is it for me. Just stop sharing my screen. Are there any questions? No. Okay, well, if anything does come up, feel free to email me. Here, I'll put the email on the chat. But again, you can find it on the website. And tell your friends, we're excited. We hope that lots of people apply. And if you have questions, again, just send me an email, okay?
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
If it's a 3 credit hour course over like 2 weeks, was it?
It's 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. Like how would like a day look like? Would I have a class every day? Like how many hours would I have class? Could you please go over briefly?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to, or you want me to?
No, maybe you can respond first and then I'll add a few things.
Yeah, so it should be 14-hour contact a week. So it'll depend on the professor how she wants to arrange the days. So there might be longer days for 4 days, or maybe a short day with like an excursion day. It really will depend on how Dr. Gunnell will want to set up the classroom time. So that's what the days would look like. And then there's got to be also preparation time.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. And I want to definitely leave at least one day every week where we don't meet, so that you can do things on your own or prepare for class. But I think our class times are going to be longer than they are at Rice. So most likely a class might take about 4 hours, say from 1 to 5 p.m. We're going to meet in the afternoons, unless we're going somewhere far. If we're going somewhere far, we might need to meet early in the morning and then take the whole day. So the classes are not going to be exactly like they're arranged at Rice. There's going to be a little bit more flexibility since you're not taking any other classes there. Your schedules are going to be able to sort of fit the this class in particular.
Mhm.
So a more custom schedule than the classes that we take here.
Do you have like a tentative date or like a plan of when to publish the course syllabus?
We don't yet. We're hoping to get a draft one in the next month. And if we think it's something that we can post, we'll post it on the website as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you.
I was wondering with sort of the financial aid timeline, so are you saying we apply and then we find out, or should we start talking to the financial aid office now?
So I mean, you can talk to them to see what kind of aid you would have available for a summer course, just for you to find out. But so basically we just have to wait we don't want to start the process with the financial aid office, because if we have a lot of applicants, for example, it would be a lot of people for them to kind of figure out the financial aid for. We work with someone directly. So once we do identify who's been admitted, we then contact the financial aid office, who will help us determine what type of financial aid those students have available. So it's just important that you do indicate that on the application. So then if you're admitted, then we can get that process started with them as soon as possible. And then we just let you know what they say in the offer letter.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else?
What does the conclusion of the course look like? Is it like a final project? Is there like, I'm just curious if there's like, you know, a project or an exam or like a presentation, or is that going to be part of the syllabus published later?
I haven't really thought about it, but there's not going to be an exam, I can tell you that much. But it's going to be something that involves your engagement with the sites that we visit. It might take the form of like a set of response papers to the sites that we visit and the reading material that we have, or it might be a set of presentations that again respond to the excursions that we're planning, or it might be a mix of both of those things. I think there isn't enough time for a final paper. So that's why I want to have our assessments, assessment strategies be a little bit more broadly sort of spread out through the 3 weeks, rather than having it be either front loaded or like sort of, or having you just like scramble to put something together in your last few days there. So most likely, I would say a mix of response papers and presentations. Maybe you lead one of the excursions one day or something like that. So it'll be more interactive.
How many people are you planning to accept or enroll in your class?
Yep. We need a minimum of 12 people to have this class make. So that's the number, and no more than 15 in a course, but 12 is what we want. All right, well, if anybody does think of anything else, feel free to email me. Also tell your friends, this is going to be a really exciting course, and it's going to be in Paris. So I'm really excited to get these courses filled, and if you have questions, again, please let me know. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you all.
All righty.